You know, desire is a big thing. Human emotions. Humans are emotional being, and when we're talking about emotions, we're talking about love, we're talking about hate, we're talking about anger, frustration, resist, restrain, not restrain, but there's a word in English for that. But when we talk about emotions, we talk about these things, and the person who is in emotion, in some kind of emotion, is not able to think, is not able to behave with his intellect. You cannot explain a person who is enraged in anger, who is getting mad out of love. You know, there's a lot of talks and a lot of talks going on right now about adrenaline rush and all of these. There is this thing we have, which is fake spirituality, where people do things just to make you feel high. Yeah, that spiritual high, and all of these things. You know what I'm trying to get at. That emotions are a big part of human life. They are a big part of our daily life. So many of our decisions are not made because of intellect. They're made because of emotions. They're made because of you have some connection with that thing. A person, a person is ready to buy that old beat up property in the countryside, in the place where there is no such big development, just because they have a childhood memory with that, just because they have a memory attached to that, and that memory has some emotion in it. you know I read this thing a long time ago, where it was said that people remember things which have some emotion in them. Our memory our memory is able to remember those things extremely well, which has some aspect of emotion. Someone in your life would have insulted you 20 years ago, 50 years ago. You will not forget that. No. And if that person showed up 25 years later, as soon as you look at their face, your mind will collect that memory you had 25 years ago, that this person at that time, at that day, in front of all of those people, said this to me. Happens. I'm reminded of this. I'm reminded of this person. Uh, he he left his life of luxury to do charitable work. And so he was somewhere in Africa, I guess. And in Africa, where there is extreme poverty, so people, you have to, where the body is extremely malnourished. So there has to be a certain level of malnourishment in the body, because these places where charitable organizations have to evaluate the people before giving them food, because the people who are below the bar, food will not help them. So they rather not give the food to extremely malnourished people. They provide the food to people who are above the bar. Their body is above the neutral bar, so that food can help them. So this person was somewhere in Africa, and There were these people coming, and this lady comes with her child in her hand, and that child was extremely malnourished. And they evaluated his body, and his body came out to be below the bar where food can help the human body. So the volunteers asked the woman to leave, because they cannot help that woman. They cannot help that woman. And this person was standing over there. Maybe it was this very person who asked her to leave. So uh, after he completed his duty, he came outside his tent and went wherever he would have went. So when he came outside after completing his volunteership, he saw that woman sitting on a ground somewhere, and she has placed her child's body on the ground, waiting. That condition of the lady was representing that she was waiting for this child to die. And this volunteer, this person, saw that woman and her child, and he saw that child, and he something clicked in him. He was inspired by Allah to give this child food. So he, out of his own money, just gave the food to that child. 25 years later, or 20 years later, or yeah, 25 years later, this person, he was a doctor, if I'm not wrong. He was a doctor. A child approached, not a child, yeah, a man approaches him somewhere in their somewhere in their 20s, late 20s. And this person approaches this person, doctor, and he's asked him, you do you remember me? He said no. He said, yes, you don't remember. I'm paraphrasing right now. He said, yes, you don't remember me, but I remember you very well. You were the only person who believed in me and who gave me food to eat. You remember that child 25 years later, whose mother kept him on the ground waiting for his death? I am that very child. I am that very child. Not only I just survive, I'm thriving right now. So you have an extreme emotions going on in this story. And wallahi, I'm not making this story up. It happens. So it that every person experience some kind of emotions, some kind of. You will never forget the love of your parents if you had the privilege of having loving parents, because there are millions of children out there who never knew their parents. They were orphans. There are millions of children out there who have experienced abusive parenting. And there's this thing in psychology where they says that if your childhood traumas are not healed, they will have effect in your life decades later. So you have to heal your childhood trauma. And may Allah make us easy for all of us, those of you who are going through any kind of pain or oppression, or at the hands of anyone, or if you are stuck wherever you are, may Allah help you. May Allah help you. And Allah helps the oppressed. Allah helps the oppressed, even if even to the non-Muslims. Allah helps the oppressed. Allah helps the people who believe in Him. Allah helps the people who do not believe in Him. So, coming back to the topic, what I want to talk to you about is, we humans are emotional beings. We humans are emotional beings. We need emotional connections. We need emotional satisfaction. We need emotional well-being, emotional protection. So emotions are the big part of our life. And these desires we have, the desire to be loved, the desire to be appreciated, the desire to be pleased, the desire to be happy, the desire to be content, satisfied, the desire to be feeling whole, not feeling empty. They are they are the part of human existence. And people try to fill these gaps with the different kind of things. Different kind of things. People want to be, people want to feel happy, people want to be feel whole, feel content, feel satisfied. So people try to fill in these glasses of life they have in their life with different kind of stuff. Some person, they join some kind of community, any kind of community. People join music community, people join dance community, people join sports community. They become a part of a some kind of sports, a basketball, a soccer community. There's a big community out there for that. People become part of athletic community. People join all kind of community to be to feel to feel that they are part of something, that they exist, that they are seen, that they are appreciated for what they stand for. And then we have people who just do crazy stuff to feel that adrenaline rush in them. I mean, people go to the extent of doing stunts which are deadly. There is a big I'm reminded of this tagline which I saw on social media only, that why do you do all these deadly stuff? Because that is the thing that makes me feel alive. So in order to feel alive, people do deadly stuff. That's how they feel alive. And then you have people who have the void to be loved too. So they find a spouse, they found an some opposite gender. And those of you, or rather I'll say rather I'll say those of us who have trust issues. I don't do that, but people do that. They fill in that void with animals. People love dogs, people love cats, people love birds. They embrace them, they love them. You see 40, 50, 60 year old grown up human being running after a cat. Oh, my baby. So people fill in their void with that. So people do things, and people even go to extreme where they have done everything, but they are still not being able to feel content. They don't have that content in their life. They don't have, they're not satisfied with their life. Doesn't matter what they do, doesn't matter what they do, they're always this emptiness in their heart, and which is eating them. They cannot control this emptiness. I mean, it's it eat people, it eats people, it bites people, that emptiness which people have. So the people who are not able to handle this thing, they do some extreme stuff. You have these fake spiritualities organization which make you feel high. Then you have the drug industry, then you have the alcohol industry, then you have bars and alcohol and prostitute, and you know what I'm talking about. People want to run away from the reality because they cannot handle the reality of feeling empty. So this was the background. Now let's talk about what I really want to talk about. Now, keeping in mind all this emotional context, let me give you an analogy. You have a friend. You have a friend, be it a boy or a girl, anyone, and you know that this person is involved with some person. If that's a boy, it will be a girl. If that's a girl, it will be a boy. And you know that this person, the person your friends are getting involved with, is not a good person. Is not a good person. They are extremely toxic people. They are extremely abusive people. And you love your friends. You love you love your friends and you want to save them. But your friends, be it a boy or a girl, a man or a woman, they are in so much love with this person that they don't listen to you. You're trying to explain them, you are trying to give them evidence, you are giving them all the proofs that to stay away from that person in their life. But these people we have, they just say, I am in love, I cannot do anything. Even if this love cause me pain, I'm ready to accept it. What I'm trying to say is, when people are running after their desire, when people are running after their desire, the desire to be loved, the desire to be appreciated, to be uh, felt alive, the desire to be happy, the desire to be whatever, if you tell them information, if you are trying to convince their intellect, they're not going to listen to you. Doesn't matter how much they trust you and how much they believe in you, that you are speaking to them from a place of love, they won't listen to you. They know, they acknowledge that whatever you are saying, that is true. They acknowledge that you want their good, but their emotions are not letting them follow your choice, your advice. So even after knowing all the facts, seeing all the evidence, acknowledging the fact that you are an honest person in their life, they'll still go after that abusive, toxic person. And they'll destroy their life, they'll make their life miserable. Why? Oh, I just love him. Oh, I just love her. I can't help myself, friend. I can't help myself. I love them so much. Allah talks about this mentality. Allah talks about this attitude in the Quran, in Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah number 23, if I'm not wrong. Yes, ayah number 23. Surah Al-Baqarah, the second surah of the Quran, in ayah number 23, verse number 23. Allah says that the principle Allah gives us is that the people who have all the evidence of the truth, the people, there are people who will have all the evidence of the truth, still they'll deny the truth. Such people will be held with accountability and punishment. Such people, the people who acknowledge the truth, the people who know the truth, Your friend know that you are a loving friend to them. Your friend knows that you care about them. You love them. You want good for them. And they trust you with the evidence and the proofs you have given them. But still, they deny you completely. And if you persist, if you insist, they are ready to break the friendship with you. They're ready to do that. So Allah talks about this attitude that there will be people, there are people that those they'll have all the evidence, and they'll acknowledge the fact that whatever evidence is being provided to them is the truth. Still, they'll deny it. Allah in the Quran, in some other place in the Quran, Allah says that have you not seen those people who have turned their desires to be their God? Haven't you seen those people? I'm paraphrasing and I'm giving you the easy English translation. That haven't you seen those people who have turned their desires into their God? What does these people are worshipping their desires? Worshipping their desires. Doesn't matter what you tell them, doesn't matter what you give them. No, they are just obedient to their desire. They don't care about you. No. You have these people who are just worshipping their desire. They're extremely obedient to their desire. And they're ready to do anything for that desire to get fulfilled. So Allah talks about these people, the attitude that those people who have this kind of attitude, these people are worshipping their desires. So, O mankind, whenever truth is presented to you, and when you have evaluated the truth, and you have come to the conviction that whatever is presented to you is the truth, then don't fall for your desire. Don't say that I can't help myself. No, that's you worshipping your desire. You're not able to help yourself because you are obedient to your desire. Get out of that. Break that fake God you have made for yourself. Break it, crush it. Crush it. Because if you persist, oh my beautiful people, you are going to, if I do that, if you do that, we are going to destroy ourselves. We are going to destroy ourselves just like that friend who are walking towards that abusive, toxic person, knowing the fact that that's abusive person, that they are moving towards the fire and that fire is going to burn them. But still they are so obedient to their desire that they keep walking. This word that I'm not able to help myself is extremely dangerous word. Evaluate yourself, that why aren't you able to help yourself? Why? What's that thing that's pulling you so hard? What is that thing? And if it's anything which is taking you away from the truth, crush it right then and there. Crush it right then and there. Oh, my beautiful people. I hope this video helps, and I'll see you in the next one, inshallah.